Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody. So welcome to day 3
Mm-hmm.
of our self-esteem challenge.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling?
I am good. I am good. Overall, pretty positive, upbeat. I have my moments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel pretty much, lighter and less bogged down, definitely. Than I think. So I think that when the negativity comes up, it's like I feel it a little bit more because it's a little deeper, so I also bounce out of it a little quicker too, but it's deeper, older stuff coming up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, because it's just, you think about all the days in a year, all the hours, in a day, in all the minutes where we are left to, do whatever we please and to make the decisions that we make with the
Yes.
information that we have and the inner map that we have and that we've been given. And there are many times where we wish we could take back things that we have done or that we experienced or that we've seen. And there's so many layers, and we've hid them or we've disassociated from them, and we've locked them away and we put them away. At least we thought we did, but we really don't, because if we don't open it up and if we don't take a look at it, it's still there.
We're carrying it.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's why it takes a while, and it gets, sometimes it gets a little annoying to constantly have to be doing it, but after you do it, you feel so much better.
Yeah, no, it's like I feel good, I feel better, but then it's like when, when the thoughts come in, it's like, oh, yeah, I thought it was
There's
over
another
with.
one. It's like, that game where you have to hit the thing that
Yeah.
pops up?
Yes. Is that whack-a-mole?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. That's how I feel with these
Mm-hmm.
beliefs. It's like, here's another one. Oh,
Here's
here's another
another
one.
one. Oh, I thought
Here's
I
another one.
thought I got that one. And then the layers, like with the onion, it's like a layer like an onion. So you peel back, and
And
then
then
you
the
get a little
crying
deeper.
starts when you least
Yeah.
expect it.
So yeah, that with onions, there's always tears, and but it's also release. And I felt more positive, and just like even in the 3 days, like I felt a shift within, because I'm addressing things that are so deeply held.
And when we acknowledge this information and when we bring up these beliefs that keep coming up, what's happening is it's making us smarter, because
Yeah.
it's making us more intelligent, because we're once we get this information, we're like, okay, that was 20 years ago, and but it doesn't mean as much, and you take the power away and you take the charge away, and it makes us smarter, because whenever these things come up, we go into panic mode. And when we go into panic mode subconsciously, we're not aware of it, like autopilot, it shuts us down to all the possibilities,
Yes.
and it blocks us from everything, because we're in protective mode. And when we're in protective mode, we're not in expansion mode. And when we're not in expansion mode, we can't make things happen.
Well, it's our fight or flight. So
Mm-hmm.
that's
It shuts us down.
we're shut down. We're basically surviving,
Mm-hmm.
and
And
so
the
the
energy is
idea.
going inward.
So we want to get to rest and digest. We want to
Yeah.
get to thriving and
Flow.
flowing and receiving, instead of pushing and working hard and fighting through it. And unfortunately, that pushing and fighting through it, like we're told all the time that we're supposed to be doing that. We're supposed to push through, and we're supposed to. Well, in some situations you need those skills, absolutely. But if you're living like that on a day-to-day basis for years, your adrenals, your health, your well-being, you're going to start feeling. That's why so many people feel anxious all the time, because they're pushing through.
And being rushed.
They're being rushed. They're in doing just to do, you know, just to find something to do because they don't know how to sit with themselves and their spirit.
And they're comparing that we find ourselves. I know you're really good about not comparing yourself to other people, but there are many people out there, including myself, but it just happens to be because of the childhood that I had. But we do compare ourselves to other people, you know, and that's the other thing too, is that we're like, oh, this person, so it keeps us wanting to keep moving forward and pushing
Yes.
ourselves and pushing ourselves and pushing stuff, because we're like, oh, we're not doing enough, because look at this person over here, this person is,
Yeah,
you know, she has her own plane.
one of the things, like when you just said that to me, I find it interesting. Oh, I just saw lightning striking. That's interesting. Hopefully we don't.
Good luck.
Yeah, because it's
luck.
a sunny day and I just saw lightning. One of the things that the process that I've done with this work, with the self-esteem, is that I realized actually that because I always felt so different, or, you know, for, you know, many different reasons, that we can all,
Unique.
I think, unique reasons. But because of that, I always felt like that was also somewhat self-esteem too. It was like, I'm not going to compare myself because I can't win, you know? So there was that comparison. It was just it was a self-sabotaging. It's like, well, this is something I can't do, and it's just not there for me. Right. And I would just shut the door to it and not.
So you would just shut the possibility of even taking a peek through the door.
Yeah, exactly. So it's interesting to see, and it's not, I mean, I'll tell the truth, it's not with just with this that I've started to uncover it, but this specific date, like with just tapping on my self-esteem, I'm really, really experiencing how much of that was like, okay, no, I'm just, you know, not competing. I'm not going there because I won't measure up on some level, you know? So you're, you know, subconsciously still comparing myself to others.
Yeah. 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 I get it.
So what number would you give yourself today?
For as in regards to being more specific for me, please, ma'am.
Well, like what, like for your self-esteem. So
well, I mean, my self-esteem, I still think as far as, like, I'm thinking 10 not being good to 1 to 0, like not having anxiety about myself, 0 being good or perfect. So I'm thinking I'm probably about a 7.
Okay, I feel like a 6. You know, so it's still pretty up there. It's still feeling pretty elevated, but there's been a chipping away, because I think I was at like a 40 when I started. Yeah. I was like so triggered.
Well, when I feel more isolated, I tend to, my self-esteem seems to go. I mean, I know I'm not alone here. When I feel disconnected and when I don't feel like I'm interacting enough with people, that's when I start to get clammy, irritable, and a little indecisive, and like, I want more purpose. It's like I start thinking of all these things that I could be doing and that I should be doing, and then I start to feel doubt in my decisions, and but we're tackling these a little at a time. So, but that's where I struggle with is that when I get bored, and I think that's why I think accountability is so important.
Okay, well, let's just start tapping, and then we'll just go from there. Even though sometimes I still feel like I'm not good enough.
Sometimes I feel like I'm not good enough still.
Sometimes I feel like I'm not deserving.
Sometimes I feel I'm not deserving.
Sometimes I'm just down on myself just because.
Sometimes I'm just down on myself just because.
Anything to add?
Well, I was just thinking that, you know, if we could think of any reason to be down on ourselves, if we look hard enough, I mean, we don't even have to look hard.
Yeah, I don't even have to look hard to feel down on myself.
The wind could be blowing the wrong way.
Just so many different reasons.
There's so many different reasons.
It really doesn't take much
It really doesn't take much
for me to feel down on myself.
for me to feel down on myself. I've built up enough evidence through my life.
I've built up so much evidence.
I've built up so much evidence of this.
And I'm so used to torturing myself with it.
I am so used to torturing myself with it.
Maybe I'm addicted to that pain,
Maybe I'm addicted to that pain,
to that feeling of being down on myself.
for that feeling of being down on myself.
Maybe that's what's made me feel safe.
Maybe that's what makes me feel safe.
Being down on myself.
Being down on myself.
Getting validation from other people.
Getting validation from other people. There's that train.
There's a train. Hockey, but the train man agrees.
There's our validation.
But maybe
That maybe
I can just give myself the validation.
I can just give myself validation.
And I can skip over the bad parts.
And I can skip over the bad parts.
Maybe I can just feel good.
Maybe I can just feel good.
Feel good about myself.
Feel good about myself.
And let other people feel good around me.
And let people feel good around me if they want.
And if they don't feel good, then I can accept that.
And if they don't feel good, I can accept that.
I don't have to take it personally.
I don't have to take anything personally.
So maybe I'm ready.
I don't have to entertain everyone.
No, I don't have to entertain anyone.
I don't have to save everyone.
I do not have to save everyone.
I don't have to protect everyone.
I don't have to protect everyone, and I don't have to be perfect.
And I don't have to be perfect. But I could be an 11.
Aw. I don't have to be perfect.
I don't have to be perfect.
I don't have to be the very best all the time.
I don't have to be the very best at all the time.
And I don't have to compare myself to anyone else.
And I don't have to compare myself to anyone else.
I can just feel good about myself.
I can just feel good about myself.
I can let myself be entertained.
I can let myself be entertained. I can laugh at my own jokes.
I can laugh at my own jokes.
Yeah, sirree Bob.
I don't have to perform.
I don't have to perform or dance on my head.
I can just be.
I can just be.
I can just flow.
I can just flow.
I can just give myself a big old hug.
I can just give myself a big old hug.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to give myself a big hug.
Bear hug.
I can be compassionate with myself.
I can be compassionate with myself.
I can be loving towards myself.
I can be loving towards myself.
I can be gentle towards myself.
I can be gentle towards myself.
And I can feel good about myself.
And I can feel good about myself.
It's all right for me to do that.
It's all right for me to do that.
It's all right for me to celebrate the things that make me proud about
Joyful,
myself.
proud about myself. It's all right for me to celebrate those things.
The things that make me joyful.
The things that make me joyful.
So here I am,
So here I am,
applauding myself,
applauding myself,
giving myself so much credit,
giving myself so much credit,
telling myself I deserve to feel good,
telling myself I deserve to feel good,
being grateful.
being grateful
All of the things I do and say,
for all the things I do and say,
for all
and
of the,
being here and being present,
for being present. Yes, for being here
and
and
being
being
here and
present.
being present.
Being present with myself, first of all,
Yes, ma'am. Being present with myself, first of all,
and being present with others.
and being present for others.
Woohoo.
Feels good.
Yeah.
Feels like, yeah, it's interesting. I was just seeing like little flashes of times, the little flashbacks of your life, the little movie of your life.
Move me. Yes, the movie, the times, all of the stuff comes up, the limiting beliefs, and it's so great to be freed from some of them.
Yeah, it's good. And it's good to attach, a more positive, empowering belief on the end of it. So when we do think about these things again, we can look at like how far we've come and, how many things we've made through it, on the other end successfully.
Yay, absolutely.
And
Yeah.
we still have a roof over our head.
Okay. Well, Cynthia, thank you so much. And thank everybody who's watching and doing this with us real time. Like, this is day 3, so there's 2 other videos, and we'll be back tomorrow for day 4. And we're really just like, I'm really proud of both of us because we're really awesome.
Yeah. Hello. And we're celebrating our superpowers. Everybody has a superpower. Everybody has at least one superpower, but I bet you have like 5.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Maybe 10. Maybe 11.
I think you have 11.
Yeah.
Well,
After this, though, we may have more.
Yeah, maybe we'll see more coming in. Well, thank you so much, Cynthia, and thank you, everybody. I already thanked you, but I'll thank you again.
Yeah.
Please like and subscribe to our channel and channels, and join us at our Facebook group.
Empowering Wellness at Home.
Mm-hmm. And we will see you tomorrow.
Ciao.